What's going on, world? It's your main man, the author. Right back at that ass again. And there's another one. Just want to make this brief video, man. This thought came to me, man, a little earlier, early in the day. I was putting together this TV console for the TV, man, trying to, spicing things up a bit, trying to get, replace the old with the new. And was building the console, man. I was thinking this thought just popped into my mind, man. And I watch the movies. I see the effects that feminism has taken, especially on entertainment. The effects that feminism has had on entertainment and things like that. But one question, man, why is it okay for women to beat other women, but it's not okay for a man to beat a woman? I repeat, why is it okay for women to beat other women, but a man can't beat a woman? He can't hit a woman no matter what. Like, I see, like, I have a lot of women friends on Facebook. If you guys are familiar with the World Star situation, it used to be really big back in the days where you see all these black females beating the shit out of one another, right? I see Facebook posts talking about, I'm going to beat this bitch ass. Other women now, women talking like this. Some of them are cute women. I just read a post of one of my female friends on Facebook. Real cute girl, biracial. And that's not why she's cute, but I'm just saying. And she said, yeah, when I find this bitch, bitch, when I find you, I'm the Grim Reaper. I will fuck you up. And you see all the fights on World Star. I've seen videos where you see all these black girls fighting at the school. I saw one video where the one girl ran over the other black girl. The one black girl ran over the other black girl. She was in a car, man. Saw another news story where the black female killed the other black female, ran the SUV into her, and pit her against a tree. And not just black females fighting each other, but primarily, I mean, that's the most explosive, volatile group, vicious group right now among, when you look at all the races of women. Black women are the most vicious, violent group when you compare them to other races of women in the U.S. and across the world. But my point is, why is it okay for women to kill other women, for women to brutalize other women, for women to threaten other women, for women to just do do some of the most horrid and horrendous things to other women, but a man can never hit a woman? I mean, I hadn't heard a lot of stories where women beating the shit out of other women, killing other women, beating other women so bad they pretty much have come close to killing her, women jumping other women. Jumping, what I mean is, one woman will team up with a group of 2 or 3 other women, and they'll gang up on one woman, 4 against 1, right? Black females are real big on that, jumping, right? Some coward shit. And even though that, women can be cowards as well. These days, most women are very cowardly, I think, blaming all your problems on men. But my point is, it's okay for women, and a lot of times too, these women are fighting other women over bullshit, man, just petty shit. A man, or he's throwing dick to one of them, and he's not throwing dick to the other one anymore. They'll say, "Well, the bitch looked at me," and usually that's behind either a guy who don't want to fuck with them no more anymore, or weave. I mean, petty. A lot of it is over he say, she say bullshit. You know, none of it is really over, one relative, oh, your relative killed my relative or something like that, or you cost me thousands of dollars, or you cost me my job. A lot of it is over looks and bullshit talk, hearsay, bullshit, right? Or over a dude that don't even want him anymore, or over one dude that's fucking them both, right? But a man can never hit a woman no matter what. He can't even hit a woman. You know, why is that? Now you can say, okay, the man has testosterone, blah, blah, blah. Okay, granted. But just because a man has 60% testosterone, 40% estrogen in his biological makeup, and females are the opposite with the 60% estrogen, that doesn't mean that females can't cause harm. Just because we tend to have more, a bit more. Now, don't get it twisted. Some females are very strong, man, especially these days. But just because men tend to have more muscle, doesn't mean that females can't cause harm, man. Doesn't mean that females can't cause physical harm. Doesn't mean females can't hurt and kill. And sometimes females need their asses beat. That's why a lot of them fight each other so much. I mean, point taken, man. This guy, I saw a video with this guy, right? Spanish guy. He's sitting in his SUV with the kids. Somebody's filming. This female, I guess it was his ex, one of his baby mothers or something like that. She takes a crowbar. He's sitting in the SUV. She takes a crowbar and bashes out all of his windows. All of his windows. I think his one window was down on the driver's side, but she bashed out the rear passenger's window, the rear window, the rear driver's window. The kids are crying. She yanked them out the car, and she banged out all of the windows in his SUV while he's just sitting there. Bashed out all his windows. Kids crying. She don't give a fuck. You know, she don't give a fuck. She's very emotional. And some dumb females will say, well, what did he do? No matter what he did, she had no right to do that, man. Especially calling yourself a woman or a lady, like females want to hide behind some females. I'm not talking to the females who are feminine and who are ladylike, but for you females, the few of you who are feminine and don't conduct yourself in this manner, you know I'm telling the truth. These vicious, there's a growing number of these females with poor behavior, and they're very vicious, man. And as soon as you beat their ass, then they want to hide behind, you ain't supposed to, you're not supposed to hit a woman. She broke out all of his windows, man, and he didn't do shit. I don't think I'd have been able to be as calm as him, because that shit is going to cost him thousands of dollars to fix. He can't even go to work like that, man. All of his windows are busted out. Over what? I bet you it's some petty bullshit. Because about 99% of the fights on Facebook between women versus women is some petty shit that they think is important. Petty meaning anything from a stare to mostly hearsay, he said, she said bullshit, or because they man is fucking her and the friend. That's basically all it boiled down to. It's not over 50 grand or them losing their house, because most of them aren't homeowners, right? It's not over them losing stocks. None of that shit. Not over them losing custody. It's over some real petty bullshit. Right? So that's my point, man. My point being is, why is a guy like the guy who was in that car or in that SUV while his windows was being broken out, he'd have been filed if he'd have beat the shit out of that. They'd have probably said men brutality if he had to get out that SUV and whooped her motherfucking ass. But why would he be wrong for that? Why Why would this guy be in the wrong for hitting her? Any female would have beat her ass as soon as she even had the crowbar, right? But no matter what, a man is not supposed to hit a female. No matter what she's doing, no matter what she does, no matter how petty, no matter how violent, no matter how dangerous, because the glass, some of the glass I knew I had to fly into the car. The kids were in the car while she was busting out this guy's windows. So the kids could have been hurt. But rest assured, in most cases, if he had to beat her ass, he'd look like an abuser. Right? I mean, because if a female is doing something that's dangerous and it takes a man to stop her, if she doesn't stop, he should be able to knock the shit out of her, and nothing. He should not be arrested. But in most cases, it doesn't work like that. If she's doing something dangerous where she's overly emotional, which most females can, when they get to that certain point, they don't care what's safe or not. They will just feed off of their emotions, right? For those violent females who do that and they need a man to stop them, he should be able to knock the shit out of her or do whatever he has to do to restrain her so she doesn't do further harm. Just like the one black guy who was trying to stop that one black female, the white guy, when the black female busted out the window. I posted that video on my Facebook page. That black female was busting out the windows of that public bus, that public city bus, right? And she was on camera, and the white guy tried to stop her by standing in front of her car while he called 911, and she proceeded to run that guy over. And the black man, the first time she tried, she stopped. The black man tried to stop her. She pushed the black man out the way. Black female now. And she ended up knocking that black man. She ended up running over that white man, knocking him, flipping him in the air. And he was okay, but I'm just saying, if somebody had to knock that bitch, I'm sorry, I bit my tongue. If somebody had to knock that bitch out, then maybe that guy wouldn't have gotten ran over. But a man can't hit a woman. And it's gotten to a point where a man can't restrain a woman. He can't do anything. And these crazy females are just running amok. And that's why, and females realize that. That's why females are beating on other females. But a man should be able to put his foot in a female's ass too, especially if she is crossing the line. And I'm not saying men should just be able to just go out there and just brutalize and beat up a female who just because she's smaller than him. Because in most cases, these feminine women who are smaller, they're not the ones who are doing this shit. It's these butch females or these baby mamas who are doing a lot of this shit. I'm not saying pretty petite females aren't baby mamas, but I mean, a lot of these females have never been married. They got 3 or 4 babies' dads, and they out here, and you can't tell them shit. Right? And they get a chance, and then they just do whatever the fuck they want to do, and a man can't restrain them. He can't try to talk them down. They won't even listen. They pushing men out of the way now. Just like that bus driver. I don't know if you guys remember this. A few years ago, a bus driver brother was trying to drive, and black female kept talking shit because I think he told her petty shit. All this shit was petty. And this is the type of shit that a lot of black females fight over. Females in general, but especially black females, right? Because the lower you are on the social economic ladder, the more violent, the more vile for the most part, right? So she gets on the bus. I don't think she had enough change, or she wanted something. It was real petty, man. It's something that he couldn't do. I think she didn't have the correct change. I don't think she had enough money or something like that. And somebody had to put more change into the, when you get on the bus, you got to put the change into the device. And she started talking shit over that because he didn't want to let her on because she didn't have the correct change or something real minimum like that. So I can't remember exactly, but it was something like that with a change, something like that. So in any event, she starts talking shit, right? And instead of the event happened the way it happened. So she got on the bus. Whatever happened, she was allowed to be on the bus. Now, instead of going and finding her a seat and sitting her ass down, she's at the front of the bus talking shit to this brother, right? Gonna stand right there on the side. She's talking shit. He's trying to drive the bus, so he defends himself. He talks shit back, right? And some of the shit he was saying was funny. So the black female got mad because she's so used to talking shit, trying to emasculate a man, or talking shit, trying to embarrass a man, that now this dude he was quick on the draw too. So he had funny shit to say too. So when he said funny shit back to her, and some of the people on the bus was laughing, because you know how black women like to try to draw an audience, right? So when it backfired, he started saying shit back to her, and it was funny shit, and the people on the bus started laughing. Then she got mad, right? And what she do? She gonna push him in his head while he's driving, right? Which puts everybody on that bus in danger, because that bus driver has to stay focused on the road at all times, so it won't be an accident, right? So he puts that bus in park. He gets up and he knocks the shit out of that bitch. And what happens? Right? Now she goes on TV and cops a plea talking about, and now at first she was, let me break this part down. Now at first she was talking, when she was first on the bus, she was talking big shit like she was a man. When he uppercutted her ass and almost knocked her the fuck out, then she was like, yeah. Then everybody was like, oh, you can't hit a woman. You ain't supposed to hit a woman. And she's like, I'm gonna get my man to beat your ass. Now you talking shit on the bus before, you ain't mentioned no man. When you was talking all that big shit, you ain't mentioned no man. You said you was big and bad. But when he knocked your ass, when he uppercutted your ass, now all of a sudden, you'll get your man to fuck him up. Right? You know what I'm saying? Now they want to get somebody. And then everybody on the bus talking about something. Oh, you don't hit no woman? He's like, no. He said if she want to conduct herself like a man, she going to get treated like a man. And he was absolutely right. Old school cat. He was right, man. You want to carry yourself like a man? You want to try to hit somebody? That's what men do. You take it like you dish it out. See, some of these black women, and they like to dish it out, but they can't take it. Nah. He almost broke her motherfucking jaw. And then she on the news team talking about he shouldn't hit a woman, all this and that. And then the news anchor asked her, well, did you hit him? And she said she can't answer that. Her lawyers are trying to get the case reviewed and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? You talk big shit, but then when you get hit in your motherfucking face, now you're a woman. Come on, man. Nah, man. And then they fired that brother. He was about to retire. He had 20 years in the 20 years as a bus driver. He was about to retire and get his pension, and here come this raggedy bitch. Because I think they had some type of petition online where if you wanted to, you could speak up on his behalf. I think I signed it. But yeah, man, that's crazy. That's why I said they sit up here and talk about there's no reason for a man to hit a woman. Yes, there is. Like Chris Rock says, no one's above an ass beating. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody above that. If you want to conduct yourself like a man, it's like they showed this video too about this female. She kept hitting this guy. Hit him like 8 or 9 times. She like stop. Soon as he hit her one time, now he's and her lip got a little bloody. Now he's asked to leave. But it's like, well, why didn't you say something when she was hitting on him? You know what I'm saying? Just like with the people on the bus, they didn't say anything until that man knocked the shit out of that female. Why didn't you say something when she was in his face talking shit when she first got on the bus? Why didn't you intervene when she pushed his head? See, we live in a society today where females can get away with just about anything they want to do, and they're overly emotional. They're not great decision makers. So that's a dangerous world we're living in, where it's okay for women to brutalize men, and it's not okay, man. She could have got everybody on that bus killed from her shenanigans over what? Because she didn't come on the bus with the correct change. Because I don't remember exactly what the incident was, but I do remember that she was at fault and she was mad because he wasn't going to do what she wanted him to do. Again, the control issue. Black females trying to control men that they don't even know. That's why she got hit in her jaw, or chin, rather. So I mean, and that just speaks to a bigger issue. Like, why is it that females can beat on other females, but men can't protect themselves physically against women? You know, it's a damn shame, man. And like I said, a lot of these incidences where the female was uh, acting like a jackass, they deserve to have their asses beat. Any female, just like with the bus, if the bus driver had been female, she'd have been whipped her ass. And the female bus driver who if she had a whooped that black female's ass, they would have been like, yep, she got what she deserved. And the black female, I guarantee, she wouldn't have had her pension pulled. She would have still been allowed to retire. She would have been looked like as a hero, standing up for herself. But since the bus driver was a man and he hit a woman, he was demonized. Even though that woman she hit him first. And she started the whole thing by coming on the bus talking shit over an incident that didn't go, an incident that didn't go in the direction that she thought it should go, or it didn't go in her favor, but it was her fault. And it still in her favor because even though she didn't have correct change or whatever the issue, she was still allowed to ride on the bus. But because the black man wasn't a pushover, she couldn't verbally bully him. She got angry and tried to physically bully him. And then that failed. And now society is mad. You see, society has a warped mentality. All men are supposed to allow women to bully them. That's the feminist agenda, especially black men. They're supposed to allow every black female to bully them. Every female is supposed to bully them. That's the type of sick, twisted, and that's what's going on in the West. And it's going on, it's rampant around the world, but really in the West, because the West has become targeted for feminism. And it's horrible, man. It's horrifying. And it's bullshit because, society backs this. The media is putting this out with the feminists and women are the new men and all this bullshit and the women should be in charge. If you're married, happy wife, happy life. You should let women take control. Women run the world, all this bullshit. But at the end of the day, when Hillary Clinton was running for president, Trump won. Society, the U.S. backs this, but not on a major scale because they don't want a woman to be president. So you already know, you don't, as a society, what does that say? You know that women aren't fit to lead. But for the regular people, for the rest of the world, you want women to be the head of men. You want women to be the new men. But on the upper echelon, you don't trust women to have jobs like be the president of the United States. Hillary Clinton lost. So this is just to keep the herd in line, to keep the lower the lower classes in a dysfunctional state, which they know that feminism produces. It produces a dysfunctional society and it creates a dysfunctional mentality. You know, that's very hypocritical for the U.S. to back all these single mothers and quick to throw a man in jail if he raises his hand against a woman. But you know, and you have these T-shirts saying women are the new men, and have all these female rappers talking shit. But at the end of the day, you don't even though this country is on a decline, you don't want a female president because you don't trust in their leadership. Even though her husband was president of the United States. You rather have a biracial man in there than a female, than any female. So come on, man. I mean, it's just a bunch of hoopla bullshit. But I want to drop that on you guys. Make sure to like, subscribe. I appreciate all the feedback, man. Well, I welcome all the new subscribers. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, make a comment. You know, let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. And if anything in particular you want me to talk about, feel free to drop a topic idea in the comment section. All right, and you guys take care. Make sure to ring that bell to get all the new videos as well.